Okay, yeah, I can. So when we were in the prison, they had their prison guards and people in different uniforms, but there was also people in casual clothes who looked like 1990s tourists, you know, loose clothes, and they moved in and out of the prison very freely. And we soon realised that they were Mossad. One Irish Muslim had been interrogated, and he had come back and said that indeed they were Mossad, sort of Israeli Secret Service. And after we learned who they were, we would not let other people go. They tried to get people on their own, take them in to a room on their own, and we said that we would not let one person or anyone go. That they tried at one stage to get Al-Mahdi, and we stood around him and we said that he's not going, and we raised our voice and we shouted at them just as they are used to shouting at people, because at this stage we knew that in the prison they couldn't treat us like the way they treat Palestinians normally, that we had some power, and through staying united we were able to minimize that tactic that the Mossad used to try and get people on their own. And one funny story I can finish off with was once when one of the Mossad agents came over to me at the end, and they had tried to get other people, right? And at the end he came over to me too. And he came up to me, looked at me in the eye, and he said, "You, come here." So I didn't like that. So I stood up and I pointed my finger at him and I said, "No, you, sit down." And he wasn't sure. He was, "What do you mean?" I said, "Sit down." I said, "Look," and he said to me, "Why do you raise your voice to me?" It's like, "Well, you raise your voice to me. I'm here. You've killed people on our boats. We're here against our will. Why do you think I've raised my voice to you? And then you tried to get me on your own with your Mossad friends, and I don't want to go. You sit down." He goes, "I just want to talk." It's like, "Okay, we can talk, human to human." And we had him sitting down, and 5 of us, instead of him interrogating us, we started to interrogate him. And we said, "Human to human. Okay, what's your name?" And he said his name was Adil. But then he said AKA, also known as Adil. I said, "Fine." Some of the people asked, "So are you Mossad?" And he said he remained silent. And then people said, "Are you Mossad?" And I could see that he wasn't willing. He wasn't going away anywhere. Like we could get something out of him. So I said to him, "Okay, would it be fair enough to say that we can ask you that question? We can ask you, are you Mossad? But because of your training and professionalism, you cannot answer. But you can stay silent, and from that silence we can deduce an answer." And he nodded.
Yeah, right.
So we talked to him, and we said to him, "What makes it in your mind think that you can justify coming and taking people, interrogating them? We are victims of kidnap, of hijack, and of piracy. We have been through an awful lot. And what makes you think that you can now in prison do this to us?" And he said to me, "Oh, because my grandfather." And we said, "What? Your grandfather?" And then he told us that his grandfather was the last remaining survivor of his family from the Holocaust, which is terrible. But we posed the question to him, "What has the Holocaust got to do with us here at the moment?"
That's true.
Yeah, and then actually a Jewish man from behind me, who was also in prison with us, he said, "Well, actually, young man, my father was the sole survivor of my family from the Holocaust too. And how dare you take the memory of the people who did die and survive the Holocaust for your own fascism?" And a Jewish man behind me stood up, and he told the Mossad agent that he is absolutely wrong. And then just before he left, the Mossad agent said, "I just want you to know, I did not vote for Bibi Netanyahu." And we said, "We don't care, because you're following his orders. Now go away." And we told him to leave.
Very nice, very nice. But nice talking to you.
Nice to meet you.
And when you came back here, it was a big reception here in Ireland, wasn't it?
Ireland has been fantastic.
Yeah.
And,
were you in Turkey as well, no?
Yeah.
Oh, biggest reception there you had.
Yeah, big reception. It was also very sad because, well, we went to the funerals, and but yeah, it was very sad, but people were very welcoming.
Yeah, very, very good. Yeah. Thanks very much. Thanks for talking.
Shukran.
Thanks.